I'm about to start building the solar rack of our dreams. I need you to hold all 7 of these boards, or if you just want to like move at supersonic speeds. Working out late in the evening hours. Oh my goodness. Ah!
Hey everybody, you're watching the Green Dream Project and I'm Jessica.
I'm Jim, and together we live off-grid here in the Arizona desert. And we're building our own earth bag home. We live completely off of rainwater and 100% solar. Now, speaking of solar, in our last episode, if you haven't seen it, go back and check that out. But I got all those posts into the ground, got them all squared up, ready to go, and I'm about to start building the solar rack of our dreams. So I can't wait. The framing is about to get done. I think this is one of the most exciting parts, aside from actually putting the panels up. Let's get to it. So we're moving on to the next phase. Jess is out here helping me. And we are going to mark out these posts. And then I'll do the last one. I spent a lot of time just kind of measuring, getting everything in place, double checking my measurements. Jess knows how that went because she was part of that process. And I'm hoping that these panels just go on without a hitch. So if I did all my measurements correctly and double checked everything, it should be super easy. But yeah, we'll see. All right, so we got a board up top, a board down below. They're all level, and I got the right angle going between the top board and the bottom board. I need a 30-degree angle going down from there, so we're set. These boards are looking fantastic. I got these ones laid out on the bottom just to make sure my measurements are on the up and up. Everything is looking good. Now I just need to screw these in. But a number of people have brought up about catching water off of the panels. You know, I originally thought of that years ago before we actually had solar panels, and I am not a fan of the idea. And I'm a fan of catching water off of just about any surface. You'd have to get all the surfaces of the panels as closely as possible, which would be a headache to do, but you could do it. And then you'd have to seal up those panels. You'd have to put some kind of caulk or tape on there. And I really don't want to put anything on there that might ruin the panels or reduce their efficiency.
Well, plus our experience just with gutters and trying to seal up those lengths of gutters, we have had a hard time with that just because of temperature shifts, and we get some pretty wide temperature shifts here, and it expands and contracts.
And even more so with those panels. Remember, gutters are meant to collect rain, but these things will shift temperatures even much more so because, I mean, these things are black and they get hot. So I don't even know what kind of adhesive you could use to seal those things up because it will come undone pretty quickly. This rack will be a little bit lower to the ground even than our last one. So you're really catching water about 2 feet off the ground, which if you're going to have storage, you'd almost have to dig down in order to store that. And I just don't know how appropriate that would be.
You could, but then you'd have to pump it out.
Crew don't like no cows. All right, I'm I'm gonna start making some bird mouth cuts on these boards. I think someone mentioned about using this as a, like, build it higher and use it as a carport. I really don't wanna. We already have a carport. I don't need another one.
Someone suggested like a greenhouse, and we might do something similar to that. I don't know if it'd be like a full-on greenhouse, but maybe planting some things under.
Well, we've had the idea a long time ago of maybe planting some things underneath here, and that might serve a dual purpose of sort of protecting the plants from the harshest sun of the day, and the plants might offer a cooling effect to the panels, making them more efficient. So, I mean, we'll see if that's how that might work. Better watch out, she's gonna be on the surprise attack. Did Mama scare you? Mama scare you with the water? She's like, I know what that sound is. It's running water. I don't like it. Oh, look at that. You was gonna help Mama with the chores. Yuvi. What I get? You can thank me later. Can I get it? Can I have it? Good morning, y'all. So I was working late into the night last night, out before the sunrise this morning. Sometimes that's how you got to do it. And I have got 4 boards left to place. So I'm gonna keep on with my bird mouth cuts, getting these in place, and just kind of the longest part about all this is just making sure my measurements are accurate and making sure everything's in the right place. So, you know, I'm just checking and double checking everything. I would like this to go right the first time. Make sure the panels go up smoothly. I'm hoping the measurements pay off down the road. Always gotta make sure the morning chores are done as well. You know, it's not just about the projects out here, but it's also making sure everything gets maintained. So, got to make sure all the dogs are walked, fed, everything's watered. Jess is just going to make sure none of these boards fall off. I need you to hold all
All the boards.
all 7 of these boards. Maybe hold the ones that are closest, and just keep an eye on these ones down here. I figure the vibrations will be worse over here, so maybe. Or if you just want to like move at supersonic speeds, if you see something slipping. Well, I appreciate you standing by and keeping an eye on things. That's pretty good. Those bird mouth cuts really do a good job of keeping the boards up there and stabilized. Okay, all right. All right, well, thanks for nothing. I'm just kidding. You were invaluable out here. Thanks for coming out here. You know I appreciate you. Whoa. Got our corn harvest.
There's some corn.
Oh. We got like 4 kernels. Nice. Oh, there's some on the back. It's the saddest looking corn I've ever seen.
It's like warts.
What are you making? Looks like you're making something.
Put a little peanut butter in here and putting seeds on it. Because I'm not confident that they're gonna know what to do with this because they've never seen it before.
They look interested in whatever you're doing. Whoa. So I got a pretty simple, easy way of doing these bird mouth cuts. I just use this speed square. Makes it real fast and easy. So I just place the speed square first. I line it up against the board, make my mark here. Then I place the speed square like this along the bottom, make another mark. And I got my bird mouth cut marked out right here. Super simple. But I'll just do that again up here. Make my mark, make my other mark. Super simple. Here we go, 2 more boards to go. That's the last board up there. All of them are laid out, looking good. So I'm gonna double check all my boards, all the placement. I might take off a panel and a panel or two and just kind of see how the spacing looks. And if I need to, I got a few feet on the end here where I can always kind of spread them out a little bit more. So I got plenty of room if I need to make some changes, but so far it's looking really nice. All right, Jess is gonna help me do the panel measurements because she is amazing. And she's just gonna lift with her bare, uncovered hands. I guess she's coming back. Okay, they say if you give an egg to a dog, they instinctually know to treat it very gently. Is she just crunching it now?
Yeah. She's gently crunching it.
Well, there goes that theory. All right, so I got a bunch of these hurricane ties. This is what I'm gonna use to attach the 2x6s to the boards here. I'm gonna throw in a couple of screws on each of these just to kind of hold them in place. Then I'll go back with some nails and use those to finish it off. All right, then I'll just go down the line and get these secured. How's it feel being outside so late?
I don't like it.
Watch your step. Well, I'm just hammering in the last few, I'm almost done here. Working out late in the evening hours. After dark. This is GDP after dark. Wow, chicka wow wow. Good morning. So as you know, I was out late getting on the hurricane ties. Ooh, these things are feeling sturdy. And I'm out early this morning and I started adding the super strut. I've already got 2 of them fully installed. Bam. These are tight, these are sturdy. Oh, I love the feel of this thing. I only have 8 more to go and then this rack is done. It's crazy. I spent a lot of time with the measuring, so I'm hoping that when the panels go on, it goes as super smooth as putting these struts on. So I've just been using a combination of some screws and some washers. It works perfectly getting these things attached. What was that other big question people had?
Why didn't you just build it right away? Or why didn't you build the rack first and then take the panels off?
That was another big question. Yeah, I get it. And I thought of that. I thought, hey, maybe I could build the rack first I get it, it makes sense. Build a rack and then just switch the panels. That, unfortunately, I think what people might not be considering though is the wiring for the panels. I already had the wiring set for the rack that was there. And if I moved that rack to the south or the north of the rack that was there, it's possible I might have to redo the wiring, which would add extra cost and complication to the build. So, I mean, it was fine. I just took the panels off, hooked them up again, and unhook them and put them back up, and we have had no loss of power, so that wasn't even really an issue. I've been putting 5 of these in, so I don't know if that's overkill, but I mean, why not, right? But yeah, I would have liked to have done that. I just didn't want to run short of wiring. I don't want to build a whole new rack and then find out when I put the panels up, oh, I got to redo the wiring, because that would be bad. Oh my goodness. Ah! That is a beautiful sight. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Wow. You find a nice comfy spot to sit in? Gonna sit in all the dirt? Ooh. What? Trying to show Mama who's boss? What is that? Sorry. Why are you peeing over here?
I don't go and pee by you when you're trying to do stuff.
We don't pee by you. If it makes you feel any better, she poops where I'm working. Uh-oh, back at it. How's it feel to have your hands in the mud again? Good. Beautiful job. So it is just about noon, and you can clearly see how spot on this rack is, facing true south. This will definitely make things a lot more efficient. All right, y'all, so every step of the way on this project I have got to get signed off by the supervisor. Jess is coming to check out the work. She's going to let me know what she thinks and if I can proceed to the next step.
Oh, wow. It's looking good. Yeah, now that looks sturdy.
A lot sturdier than what was over there before, huh? Why don't you go test it out? So hang on there.
Hang on there?
I don't know, sure. Do a pull-up. Oh my God, look at that strength. I tell you, my big hope for this is once it's done, I can just forget it. Set it and forget it, and it'll outlast us.
I'm really blown away. I think you've done an outstanding job.
Oh, coming from you, that means so much. Oh, see that? I got approved from the boss, y'all. So what, are you ready to see these panels go up? All right. But I got a lot of work to do with that too. I got to clean those panels, get them mounted, so there's a lot to do with that. And there's a little special project coming up after I get those panels mounted. All right, I'm so excited. Let's do it. We'll catch you on the next video, everyone. Bye.